Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Blades of Exile. We are now underneath the School of Magery, or at least underneath the administrative level. You walk into an enormous cavern, and immediately run back out. The air inside is so bad, so viciously polluted, that it's a struggle merely to breathe. Your skin itches, your eyes water and burn. You stagger out and spend a while gagging and choking. After preparing yourselves, you walk back in and look around. Spots of light on the ceiling, created no doubt by the school's wizards, illuminate the cavern. It's about 2 miles by 2 miles, and dominated by the huge river winding through it. You examine the cave carefully, trying to figure out what's befouling the air. You soon figure it out. To the southeast, there is a thin stream of gray-green fluid, slowly trickling into the river. Upriver from the stream, the river is lined with pallid mushrooms and sickly trees. Downriver from the stream, there is diseased swamp and rubble. It is pretty compelling evidence. On the good side, you may be close to discovering the cause of the curse. On the bad side, it seems to be a problem of a far greater scale than anyone had imagined. Well, considering that people's imaginations in this valley have come up with bupkis, not exactly hard to be greater than their imaginations. So yeah, there's a pretty clear demarcation between moderately healthy underground forest and icky swamp. And what the heck is that on the other side? You see virulent filth. Oh, boy, that sounds fun. Also, there's a sign here. Upper school to the north, side entrance to the southwest. So yeah, the road gets a little bit interrupted just from the passage of time. But there is another cave entrance here. And I see some undeads. And nothing else on here. And I get the feeling I better save my game here. Also, I did get my wireless keyboard working again, so should be a little bit quieter than it was before. From this vantage point, you can see a bit more of what is going on. The stream of poison, or filth, or demonic ichor, or whatever it is, moves very slowly and is only a few inches deep. The material is very viscous, and doesn't flow so much as ooze. Although the stream is shallow, it's cut quite a trench out of the rock to flow down. So far, it's burned 5 feet down into the solid rock, and will probably eat its way much farther down. In addition to being smelly, it's very acidic. The stream flows from the southeast. To find out where it comes from, that would be the place to go. As you cross the bridge, spray from the river below coats you with a thin layer of burning water. The poisonous atmosphere of the cavern finally catches up with you. Ah, that's the bridge that constantly diseases me every time I cross it. Also, someone in the comments mentioned something that I had not thought of. Cleanse will cure all disease on a character in one cast, which can actually be worthwhile if it takes 2 or more casts of regular cure disease. Now, if it cured poison instead of webs as well, then that would be just excellent. And the monsters fled, hooray! Lower school to the southwest and primary waste to the east. Yeah, looks like the way forward through here is crossing directly over a stream of that virulent filth waste. You wade through the thin trickle of goo. At first, it seems like it's just nasty-smelling mud. Then it starts to eat away at your boots, and the vapors begin to burn your skin. You feel violently ill. Whatever this stuff is, it's incredibly poisonous. Worse, it's pouring directly into the river that feeds the valley. Also, now it's all over you. Ugh. Okay, still needs only one casting apiece of Cure Disease. Primary waste storage. Protective gear must be worn. If only we had some of that. Just to the north, you see a massive structure built into the cavern wall. You can't make out much detail with your bloodshot, burning eyes, but it looks like the stream of filth is trickling out of there. What a delightful sound for entering such a horrible place. You stand at the entrance to the primary waste disposal. While the builders of the School of Magery obviously built this to be a massive and nearly impregnable structure, it has not proved to be impervious to the ravages of time. The massive basalt front of the structure has been cracked and eaten away by the foul ooze seeping out of it. Even as you watch, bits of the wall crumble away and dissolve, making the holes even wider and allowing more poison out. This must be the true cause of the curse that afflicts the valley. More information is sure to be available inside. However, I'm not sure I want to spend a lot of time inside at my current levels. Primary waste storage. Yeah, that looks like a pretty bad chemical spill, alright. Okay, I'm going to need somewhat more spell points for Thistle, I think, before I really explore this area. You've spent too long in this incredibly poisonous atmosphere. It's starting to get to you. And that's why, because it will disease everyone in the party every so often. And I would like that to not happen, but I can't really avoid it. Ah, crap. This is going to take a while. Oh, I did it again. I think you can rest while diseased, if not while you're poisoned. So I can also begin investigating the lower half of the school. School of Magery, lower section, students and faculty only beyond this point. Now, of course, that sign won't stop me, but my entire party being diseased and or poisoned and Thistle being almost out of spell points might. Yeah, this is kind of awful. This tunnel was a lot longer than it seemed at first. It wound uphill for what must have been at least a mile. Fortunately, the school's magical lights were placed at frequent intervals along the path. At last, you've reached the far end of it, and see light ahead. The air also seems fresher. This must be the school's back exit. Hooray for fresh air. And what the heck are you doing here? Seriously, why are there troglodytes under the School of Magery? Thistle, unfortunately, just gets to sit tight. Oh, I see. I'm getting confused about turn order because some people are slowed due to disease. Being diseased probably won't kill a character unless it poisons them a whole lot, but it is extremely annoying. Can anyone carry an extra mace? Not that I expect it to be worth a whole lot. Ooh, better food. And stone weapons that can stay right where they are. Oddly placed stalagmites. Okay, Orig, you're getting a little lower on hit points than I would like. Still not enough to cure the disease. Oh. Wall that I can walk through. So many layers of dumbfounding. I think I may have to spend some of my gold on healing. Oh look, there's darts in the garbage. Where they belong. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else hidden in here. Oh. Apparently I am mistaken. You doubt that the troglodytes would leave a treasure chest here without some sort of nice, nasty trap on it. And more loot. Some of which I may be able to carry out of here. However, it should stay right where it is, since it's in a chest and not just on the ground. I hope. If not, no big loss. What can I do here? Lyra, have some healing. Okay, maybe that's just a weird little map anomaly. And this spits us out right near Fort Talrus. Okay. I might take a rest in the empty bed. I might just have to take a rest in the available quarters here. Okay, finally, people will no longer be actively poisoned. Phew. Let's rest. You squeeze into the narrow bunks and sleep somewhat comfortably. Soon you're rested, healed, and ready to resume your lives of adventure, danger, and romance. Oh, has someone been reading Brent Thistle fanfics? That's a joke about the webcomic these people are named after, not not how I'm playing this scenario. Now that bit of nastiness is over with. I do need to deal with the dumbfounding, I guess. Okay, Lyra still feels a little bit stupid, but she's not a spellcaster, so it doesn't matter. Really, how many levels of dumbfounding did you get? Well, let's see if Mayor Crouch is a little more impressed with this update. No, she doesn't have anything else to say, despite the fact that we have, in fact, found the source of the damage to the water. Great. Well, in that case, it is inventory management time. Didn't really get much interesting from that haul. May have to start putting some of my excess items in storage somewhere. Now, who's got what kind of boots? Lyra already has steel-toed boots, okay. They've got no encumbrance, and pretty good defense. Actually, maybe I should give the steel-toed boots to Thistle, because Margot actually has hit points to work with. Despite folding like wet tissue paper when there's poison involved. Hooray, now everyone has shoes. And I definitely need to get some training in pretty soon. But first, spells. I have more money, and that means I can buy Thistle more spells. Okay, so have those three. Not in a rush to buy Remove Curse. Sticks to Snakes I don't use. Martyr's Shield I don't really use. Cleanse I haven't used in Exile 3, but I might actually want that one now. Firewalk I do want. Martyr's Shield is cheap. Sticks to Snakes is not very expensive. I'll keep my gold for training for the time being. As long as you're smart enough to not equip any unidentified items, Remove Curse isn't that useful. But now that I've got Firewalk, I feel a lot more confident exploring this area. Oh. I saw the message of my feet stop glowing right as I pushed the button to move farther. It's hot! You take damage! I'm a little sad that there's no screaming sound effect for that. You reach an isolated clearing, far up the jagged northern wall of Skylark Vale. It's more interesting than you suspected. As you enter, you are startled by the massive skeleton which dominates the open area. It was a Drake Lord, one of the massive and powerful lords of lizard kind. Fortunately, it's no longer a threat to you. It has been dead for many years, as the dry and bleached bones mutely testify. As you look over the skeleton, you notice one interesting detail. One of the creature's massive fangs remains in its skull. Drake fangs are reputed to have interesting magical uses. Do you take this one with you? Well, since we found a drake that is requesting one, yes we do. With difficulty, you rip the tooth out of the creature's skull. Hopefully no curse will befall you because of this callous act. Don't worry, we've already covered that joke in this playthrough. Let's get healed up. Crystal of Power. Am I supposed to have that yet? Anyway, Drake Fang. This tooth is bone white and about the length of your arm. Its owner was clearly a beast to be reckoned with. Also, Firewalk really doesn't last very long. Bandits flee upon seeing me. And here's this pathway, where a chill forms in the air and I pass stones covered with strange markings. And I'm probably better able to handle this than I was when I first came up here. At the end of the path you find, worn away by recent rains, a crypt door. It's a stone slab, rolled over a tunnel into the hillside. With a little effort, you could easily work your way inside. You pull the crypt open and hear a thin, hideous moaning coming from inside. You try to push the stone back into place, but you aren't fast enough. Undead creatures come shambling out. Just to get a little damage out. Ooh, 62 damage. Very nice. Also, I kind of forgot the spirit was there for a minute. Good job, team. The undead finally put to rest, you are free to search their crypt. Fortunately, the creatures were buried with a variety of trinkets. You leave mildly richer. Oh cool, we're all fine with grave robbing then. So I think these two encounters are going to be the same. I will investigate regardless. There you are, way up there. Okay, way to kill your own guy, but also, oh boy, I took a lot of damage in that round or two. Going to keep Thistle busy with healing, are we? There we go. And indeed, same result, mildly richer. By about 300 gold. Mm-hmm. Oh, to have Firestorm right about now. Also, I've found 4th level priest spells. I have not found any 4th level mage spells thus far. Slightly annoying, that. Oh, I can't reach you with Dispel Undead. Fine, have some curses. $37? Come on, Thistle, you were doing so much better. So much XP for Margot. I don't know why I'm trying to save spell points when I can just rest at the end of the battle. Okay, yeah, just 3 identical encounters of, putting down some undead and collecting some gold. After all of that, I shall return to Sweet Grove and get some training in. And I will see you all back under the School of Magery in the next episode. Till then, have a good one, everybody.